All right, Nick, let's do it. So first thing, we have to change the way you're holding the ball. All of the mistakes your toss is making, or you're making with your toss, stem from the way you're holding the ball. The way you're holding the ball is like this. Your pinky and your ring finger are off the ball, and you are holding the ball with like a triangle between your index, your middle, and your thumb. And that triangle produces a flick. In fact, before I pushed record on the camera, I practiced tossing the way you're tossing. And I couldn't believe how high that naturally makes the ball go. I've always looked at your serve and said, man, there's so little effort in the way he tosses the ball, yet the ball just goes straight up in the air. Usually people really move their arm up. But now I get it. You have this little wrist flick and this little finger flick that you're not even used to. And man, the ball just goes flying out of your hand. And so we want to eliminate that because that high toss makes it so easy to have it go anywhere. You know, the higher it goes, the more deviation from what you truly want. But also it's going to make it much harder for you to contact high because the ball's falling and it's hard to time it. So you're going to contact low to make sure you can reach it. You're not going to want to reach very high because you're not sure if you can reach it yet because you're waiting for the ball. So it's so much easier to just contact low. Players with super high tosses always contact super low. Players with lower tosses always contact super high because they're hitting a stationary ball. But we'll get to that. So the first thing we got to do is we got to hold the ball like a glass of water. Right? So you're holding a ball like a glass of water, and then it's like you're at a wedding, right? And you raise your glass to toast, right? You don't go like this and dump it on the woman next to you. You've got to go straight up with the glass. So the Statue of Liberty doesn't have her palm up, her palm's to the side. It's the exact same thing. When you toss the ball, you need to have your palm to the side. Ivo Karlovic does this. I made a video on Instagram showing this, that Ivo Karlovic needs to have his hand to the side, just like you. And that's what I want, is I want you to have Ivo's toss. It means that you don't flick your elbow, your wrist, or your fingers, and then the ball doesn't go as high. It's literally an instant, it's like putting a governor on an engine. It literally and instantly fixes the height of your toss. You will notice how you're going to toss lower, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing because you're tossing so high that your racket just sits here and it doesn't have anything to do. And it's really killing your racket speed. So then you start your acceleration way too late, and then you can't get maximum acceleration. So we want to hold the ball, and I want you to toss this way, like you're taking a glass of water and you're tossing it into the air. And notice my palm is still to the side. Instead of palm up, palm to the side. Now the only thing moving the ball is my shoulder, and it instantly lowers your toss. And when you have a lower toss, your racket can just accelerate. Your racket can just go. You don't have to, let me grab a few more balls here. You don't have to wait with your racket. When you toss as high as you do by holding the ball the way you do, palm up and flicking with that index finger, jeez. Oh, my friend, I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, I don't know how you do it. I have no idea how you do it. So I am really excited for this because lowering your toss is going to make it more accurate. You're going to get more racket speed, and you're going to be able to reach as high as you can. So here's the drill for reaching as high as you can. This is a drill I really want you to do, okay? I want you to take your racket and reach it up as absolutely high as you can. And I mean on your tippy toes, reach up as high as you can. And then you've got to toss and tap. From the side, it looks like this. Reach up as high as you can, toss and tap. Don't contact down here. Keep your racket up as high as you can, like on your tippy toes, toss and tap. The reason I want you to tap is players typically when they hit the ball hard, they'll go back to their old height and they'll pull their arm down because you have this bend in your elbow and we want to reach high. So by lowering your toss, I mean, even if you toss 4 feet higher than you can reach, it's better than 8 or 10, what you got now. And that's going to give you less time, which is a good thing. If you're late in the morning, what do you have to do? You have to hurry up. And so when you're late with your racket or have less time with your racket will be forced to speed up. What we're trying to do is create the environment, yes, for a more consistent toss. But what's the whole point of having a more consistent toss? For a better serve. And we can have a more consistent serve and a faster serve by lowering your toss. So hold it like a glass of water. We're gonna toss lower, and then by giving you the feeling of reaching on your tippy toes and tossing, then what you wanna do is serve and go for that feeling. And you'll know. You'll reach down here and go, nope, that wasn't the feeling. But tossing lower and reaching higher is gonna be in your best interest. Now, talking about the jump, you are definitely jumping backward on your serve. So you're jumping, your serve, sometimes you're jumping forward, sometimes you're jumping backward. What should happen is you should go forward into the court. Just on all of your serves, I want you to focus on ending up inside the court. If we can do that, we get your momentum into the ball. We get everything going the direction of the serve, rather than jumping backward while serving to your opponent. So holding the ball like a glass of water is going to make all the difference in the world. It's going to lower your toss. Why is lowering the toss better? Because then even when there's a little variation on the toss, it didn't have a chance to really have variation, because when you go really high, that's when it's very easy for a toss that was a little off target to then go way off target the higher it goes. Because then when it comes down, it's nowhere near where it would have been if you had just tossed it lower. When you toss a little lower, now your racket has to travel faster. That's a good thing. You're going to get more speed. You're going to be able to spin the ball more effectively. That's such a good thing. And when you toss lower, you're hitting a ball that's not traveling so fast. You're hitting a more stationary ball. So then you're more willing to reach up. It's so much easier to hit a stationary ball than it is a moving ball. And so if we can toss a little lower and give you less time, you'll be then more willing to reach super high. And if we can get your body to go into the court, what a difference this is going to make. I am so excited to have you watch this and work with you on this. If you could do me a favor, I don't want this to be the only video, Nick, that you send me of your serve. What I want you to do in the next couple weeks or months is send me subsequent videos. You could send it to me in direct message on Instagram, or you could email them back to me. And I just want to see your progress. I want to see that you're holding the ball like a glass of water as you set up. Not palm up, but palm to the side. And you've got to keep your palm to the side. In fact, I would love it. It would make my day, Nick, if you sent me a video of you not even serving. You don't even need a racket. Just toss the ball and hold the ball, or hold your hand up like a glass of water, like you're holding a glass of water, or you're the Statue of Liberty and your palm is to the side. You're going to notice when you do that, man, my toss is a lot lower. That's a good thing, because you don't have the acceleration from the wrist flick. So that's really like the first video I want you to send me. And I want you to send me videos from time to time so I can throw you a couple sentences, whether it's an email or direct message on Instagram, and say, hey, Nick, that's exactly what I want, but you got point A, but don't forget about point B and point C. I want to guide you through this. You're not on your own. It's not just this video that's part of this instructional video private lesson. I'm going to walk you through this in weeks and months ahead, so that I'm personally helping you along. And I get rebuttal and subsequent videos all the time from people that I gave. I just got a video last week from a young lady. She's probably around 12 years old. Her dad, I've been working with her dad on her serve. And he sent me videos of her serve, and what an improvement. And I said, hey, it looks great, but don't forget about this, or X, Y, and Z. So this is part of the package. If you found value in this video, Nick, it would mean the world to me. Also, if you shared this concept with a friend or family member. I love it when I receive responses saying, hey, my brother John got a video lesson, I'd like one too. It's just my oxygen. Word of mouth advertising is my oxygen. So it means the world to me and my family if you were to do that. So thank you so much, Nick. I really appreciate it. Glass of water, toss lower so you can swing fast and reach higher, and let's get your body going into the court, and you're going to have a kick butt serve. Have a great day, Nick, and I'll talk to you really soon.